Well, welcome back, fellow YouTubers, toy and toy train buffs, to another running session out here in the cave. This time we're back again on what I'm calling the Milwaukee Northwestern layout. And I have a little bit of an update, a couple updates actually. In a previous video, I had mentioned that this LionChief Plus 2 Union Pacific Hudson in the Greyhound scheme, I mentioned that it pretty much runs the same off of the LionChief app as it does with the universal controller. Mostly that's true, but there's one feature the LionChief app has that you can't do with this controller. That is voice actuated controls. You speak into the LionChief app and it can go forward, slow, reverse, slow reverse, but I'm kind of having an issue with that. Everything on the LionChief app seems to work really well. All the controls, you know, forward, neutral, reverse, whatever, the speed, the bells, whistles, all that works fine. But whenever I try to use the voice control, two things happen. First of all, the noise of the train doesn't allow the iPhone to pick up the command clearly. I keep hearing this, "I can't understand your command," or something like that. I keep getting that. The second thing is it loses link. In other words, the electronic link between the iPhone and the engine keeps disconnecting. So I'm a little hesitant to use the iPhone anyway because I'm a klutz. I don't want to drop it out here in trying to multitask and do things on the layout and run a train and whatnot. So this is quite alright. Using this is fine. I don't need the iPhone and the LionChief app. That's my other option. But if I didn't have this, I'd be kind of forced to use it. Alright, the other issue I was having is shortly after buying the engine, I said, oh, I got this beautiful Union Pacific engine in Greyhound scheme, but I got no passenger cars to go with it. So I got a good deal on eBay, I thought. Bought this four car consist. I believe this is Williams. These are 60-foot or 15-inch Madison cars. But when I got them in, only one car worked. In other words, the lights on it worked. The other cars either didn't work at all or they shorted out. What I found was this. Underneath the truck, there's the roller assembly, right? The roller assembly is attached to like this Delrin plastic tab. And that juts out from the wheel assembly. Well, on 3 of the 4 cars, that tab had either melted or deformed over time so that it was doing one of these numbers. That meant the whole roller assembly was down, and the metal tab connecting the roller assembly to the wiring for the light was touching the axle, one of the axles of the wheels, shorting it out. Alright, so after figuring that out, the easy fix was to bend that tab up and away from the axle, and that's what I did. I took off the body first so that I wouldn't break it or screw it all up. There's six small screws holding the bodies in place. Took that off. Disconnected the wire. It's not soldered, which is a good thing. I like that. It's not soldered. It's just a quick disconnect. You take it off and you're good to go, right? Using a needle nose plier, I bent up that tab, reconnected the wire, put everything back together, and here's what you see. We got us a 4 cars all lit up. I believe Williams made a 5th car to this set, and I'll have to order that. All right, next. I don't know, maybe if you watched the previous videos, don't mind me. I just washed my tongue, can't do a thing with it. You will notice I got this set. This is the Lionel Union Pacific 50th Anniversary Set. What Lionel did is to celebrate the 50th anniversary of their release back in 1950 of the original Union Pacific passenger set. They did a whole remake of it, and it's this set pays homage to the original. I believe this one came out actually in 2003, so that makes it a 53-year set, but that's okay. We won't quibble over that. What they did is, instead of using the shorty ALCos that run on 027 track and the shorty cars, these the set came with an ABA. There's the B unit. This is the powered unit. The B and this A unit here are non-powered. It also came with 7 cars plus those 2 units. That makes 9 and 10. So what's kind of cool about this whole thing is that I'm trying to find my notes I wrote yesterday. I have no clue where I put them. Anyway, I bought this set about 4 years ago, and it just stayed in the box and just sat there. Didn't do anything. Why? Because up until after I dismantled my old Marksville and Plateau layout, I was using this board to run temporary setups, and they were all 027. I didn't have anything to run this on. This takes 031 minimum. So I got it out, and it was just, you know what, I tell you what, it was giving me grief. I just couldn't run all the cars. This is the lone powered unit. It's got 2 motors in it, but there are several factors that weigh into it. You got the cars are heavy, weighing anywhere from 2 to 3 pounds per. The entire consist is heavy. You've got drag on the wheels, drag from the roller assemblies for the lights. And when all of the cars are hooked up, let me show you something. This, from there, from this far end to that far end, is nearly 10 feet. Okay? So you get an indication. If I position this engine and I put it, let's say here, the cars will wrap around, and end up about there. So the consist is constantly running on a curve, and we know that creates drag and friction. It just can't handle this layout. Now, I've talked about this before, about adjusting your trains to fit the needs of the layout, and you got to do it. Not all of my engines will run through the switches that I've got on the inner loop, which is why I have an outer loop with no switches. I can't run anything that takes 072 because the outer loop is 042. So you adjust the running of your trains to match the requirements of your layout. The really cool thing about this, I won't do a complete review, but these are full-scale O engines. The cars are a little bit under scale. They're 15-inch, so they're not like the full 18-inch, and that's fine. If you look at them, it looks pretty decent going around the 042 curves. I like it. Here's something else that's really cool. Oh, by the way, that's supposed to be fan-driven smoke, and I think I flooded it. This one seems to be working okay, but this one, I think I flooded it with too much smoke fluid. I'll never learn. Alright, let's take a look. Every car is lighted, even the baggage car. Check that out. There's the baggage car over there. Every car has seats and people. The interiors are detailed. Okay. This car, the Elizabeth, is a RailSounds car with station announcements or crew or whatever. Here, we'll show you.
Your attention, please. The Union Pacific 50th Anniversary Limited is now arriving on platform 1.
Get your bags in the front of the baggage car. Bags are located in the front of the baggage car. Thank you. Watch your step, please. Watch your step,
Your
please.
attention, please. The Union Pacific 50th Anniversary Limited is now departing on platform 1.
All aboard! All aboard the Limited! All aboard! Great departing!
Let's go forward. It works better. Okay. This train will not go any faster than what you see here. I have seen this go faster on other people's layouts on YouTube videos, but not by much. Alrighty. Let's get this sucker up and running.
Dispatcher, are we clear through the next block? Over. Your route is lined. Good on cam signal indication. Out.
The horn on the ALCo PA is gorgeous. It has a little echo or reverberation to it. It's not super loud. One of the other problems I was having, I was using this transformer to try to run that train, and I don't know, it couldn't handle the load. It just wouldn't do it. So I switched transformers, and it seems to be doing okay. What I need is one of those MTH or Lionel super transformers. You know, the ones that look like boat anchors with a bunch of meters.
Dispatcher, clear block. We're almost out. Over. Everything is live. Keep them coming. Out.
Alright, folks. We're gonna bring her on home, one train at a time.
Dispatcher, arrived and in position. Over. Thanks there. Good run. Out.
in the front of the baggage car. Bags are located in the front of the baggage car. Thank you. Watch your step, please. Watch your step, please.
Alrighty, and there we have another running session featuring two beautiful Union Pacific consist. I like that. Today's a little bit more manageable out here in the cave. I'm not sweating as much as I did yesterday. However, this is still the morning, so anyway. What have I got planned? I'm trying to, I don't run off a script, so I'm trying to think of what to talk about next. Oh, I've got a couple more buildings coming for the layout, by the way. I'm going to be replacing some stuff. I'm still feeling my way around what I want. Now, longtime subscribers know that I like scenery. I've been running temporary layouts on this board for too long, and I'm really itching to make something permanent. And if you've followed my adventures on the Edge of Town micro layout, you know I like scenery. If you go back further, about 6-7 years, 8 maybe now, and watch my videos from the old Marksville and Plateau layout, you'll know that I like scenery. Everything you see here is just sort of my way of planning on the fly. Back in the day, I used to draw out plans and make pretty pictures and stuff, but I kind of like doing all this kind of stuff on the fly. Lay down track, see if it works. Doesn't work, switch it around. Lay down buildings. If they seem to work, fine. We'll go with it. I can tell you one thing right now. These two aren't going to be here. Also, I am not going to have a plateau up here, stretching from here all the way to the end of this L Peninsula. Why? Well, a couple incidents in the last couple days wherein cars derailed here convinced me that this might not be a good place to bury track underneath a peninsula or whatever. A plateau, I should say. Plateau, not peninsula, but plateau. That's what I was going to do. I was going to build a plateau up here, lay tracks on top of it, and then have a big, long, 8-foot long running. I don't think that's going to work. Because if tracks derail inside of that tunnel, I don't have any easy way to get to them. Yeah. But that's okay. I still think I can get 3 loops of track here. In this section you see buried under boxes and cars and stuff. There's enough room for an 027 layout. A small loop that I can do something with. Okay? Like I said, what I like to call a slow leak in progress. You don't get much slower than me. I tell you what, I see YouTube channels and these guys tear down a layout, build a new one, and a week later they're up and running with a whole new layout and scenery. I just don't spend that much time out here. So, but that's okay. When I am out here, I have fun, and that's what counts. That's really what counts. So okay, enough yammering. This video has gone on long enough. Let's stop for now, and until the next running session videos or whatever, or maybe a couple of shorts. Until next time, thank you to all my new subscribers. I'm hoping to hit 1,000 by the year 2050. Or not, I don't know, whatever. I thank you anyway. Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all. Until next time, tschüss, adieu, auf Wiedersehen, bye y'all.